Hey everybody, and welcome to KWN's Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. My name is Jan Harris, and it's my honor to serve as the Superintendent of Education for Wolverine Nation here in Dade County, Trenton, Georgia. And today I have two of our most outstanding students with me, and I want to introduce you to them. To my left is Abby Moore and Madison Roden. And both of these beautiful young women are seniors at Dade County High School. So Abby, tell everybody at home a little bit about yourself, what you like to do.
Well, right now we just started playing tennis, so that's been a lot of what I'm doing. And I plan on going to the University of West Georgia. I'm going to be a speech therapist, so been working on a lot of scholarships and just getting ready to graduate, I guess.
Now you played volleyball
I did.
back in the fall as well, yeah. So you're just an overall, athlete. You have a lot of different strengths, don't you?
Yeah.
And I also know that you're very scholarly. Both of you are, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Very
Try to be.
studious. Yes. Well, we're so proud of you, and I can tell you that getting a degree as a speech pathologist will serve you well, because we are always looking for specialized individuals to come and help our children, who have unique needs. And so that's great. Madison, tell everybody about you.
I play volleyball. I plan on attending Columbus State University and getting my bachelor's in general business administration.
How wonderful. And we all need people who know how to manage our business, that's for sure. And such a broad degree, I mean, you can go in a number of
jobs.
directions. Yeah. So maybe you'll come back, both of you, to Dade County Schools one day. Maybe you work here with the children here.
Yeah.
That would be great. Well, I've had the pleasure of getting to know these young women through the Dade County Young Authors Group. And in addition to the topics that they mentioned that they're interested in or the activities in which they are involved, their teachers identified them as gifted writers. And so I've really enjoyed the last 2 years, I guess. We started last year, and this year we've continued having sessions together, and this is really a gifted program for our students. And we've been working on writing and character education. Would one of you like to tell everybody at home about our character ed plan? Anything about it? What we're doing?
Well, we're kind of trying to form a basis for other students, I guess, a way to live by and how they can make it through tough times and make good for themselves.
Right. And we've talked about our website. We have a new website, and if you go on our website at www.dadecountyschools.org, you can click on departments and then go to character and then see our character ed plan. And our plan is based on 7 themes. It's vision, knowledge, ethics, humility, self-control, counsel, and understanding. And so each week we showcase quotes from our very own gifted writers that are written to inspire other students to be wise leaders. And so if Cody wants to pull up the weekly message from the superintendent, you can always go on our website and check out the weekly message. You go to administration, superintendent, and then superintendent's newsletters. I try to put out a message every week. And so there you go. He's got the cursor at the word of the week, counsel. And I have a message which we'll come back and talk about our annual report in a minute. But if you scroll all the way down, you will see our character, there it is, character quotes from the Dade County Young Authors. And we always have a question. We're using the Learning Focus Strategies instructional model. And so we have an essential question for all of our lessons. So the question is, what does it mean to give or receive counsel. Either one of you want to talk about that? What does it mean? Like this week we're talking about counsel.
I think receiving counsel is just, it could be your peers or someone older than you just giving you good advice and like how you need to, that applies to your life every day.
Yeah, I think it means taking help from others, not being so prideful to make it your own way.
I like that, what you said about don't be prideful, because we always can learn from other people.
Absolutely.
For sure. I had an interesting conversation with a mom the other day about the weather, and because I listened to her, I learned something that I didn't know, and that's always, helpful. Well, every week we have our messages on the website, and they're also in my weekly newsletter. And so this week is the word of the week is counsel. And believe it or not, girls, we are on week 27. I mean, the year is just like...
Oh, yeah.
Are y'all ready?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, here's your quote. Abby, do you want to read it?
Okay, yeah. So I said, seeking counsel doesn't mean you're less educated. It simply means you're more wise.
Which kind of goes back to what you said about not being prideful.
Yeah.
Just like listening. And so, if someone says, hey, be sure to buckle your seatbelt, that's counsel.
Yeah.
And we all have free will, so we can choose to accept that advice or that counsel, or we can ignore it. And hopefully, if we're wise, we'll let these admonitions or advice, let this advice come to us and sink in and help us to be wise leaders here at school. This week, let's see, on Tuesday, you want to read another one? And then we'll let Madison read the other three. They're from the middle school students. We have students in the young author group from the high school and the middle school.
Okay, so Ariana Clayton said, when I get older, I want to be a mental health counselor. I want to guide people into a better mindset and give them advice that will
yes.
change their lives for the better. That's what it means to counsel, to give advice to those who need it.
Thank you.
Can you read some?
Sydney Jones from the middle school said, take the helpful advice someone gives you, from how to play basketball to how to paint your nails.
That's today's advice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Today's Wednesday, so Sydney Jones had good advice for us today.
Landon Childress said, counsel is like correcting, so if your mom says you're doing the dishes wrong, will you argue or do it right? And then Aiden Milley said, counselors can help you in a positive way, so don't take it in an offensive way.
Right. Instead of getting your back up about a correction, Aiden is saying don't be offended when someone tries to help you, just like your school counselor or your teacher or anyone at your school, perhaps your parents. So that's what we do every week. We're focusing on character education in Dade County schools, and we sure do appreciate our local businesses and our banks putting the word of the week on the electronic sign. And have y'all seen that when you go down the road?
I have, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
I mean, that's really supportive and makes you feel like you're living in Mayberry when we're all working together, to focus on the word of the week. So I think Cody's getting ready to take a break here in a second, but when we come back, we're going to continue talking about what's going on in Dade County schools and at Dade County High School. So stay tuned.
Georgia Northwestern Technical College is now accepting applications for classes. We offer programs in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 campus locations with financial aid options as well. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Drop by one of our campuses today or check us out at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Get focused. Get hired.
Looking around your home thinking it may be time for a new look? Let Comfort Gallery in Kimball help you make perfect choices for every room in your home. Living room, bedroom, dining room suites from all the major furniture manufacturers. If we don't have what you need in the store, browse our full-color interactive kiosk to find exactly what you need. And don't forget a new mattress set. After all, sleeping well makes everything better. At Comfort Gallery, we offer free delivery and setup, 1 year free layaway, and 6 and 12 months same as cash. Comfort Gallery, 780 Main Street, 1 mile north of I-24, exit 152A in Kimball, Tennessee.
Hey, that cold weather is coming, and it's never too early to get your winter supplies from Rising Fawn Hardware and Supply, 4300 Highway 11 South in Rising Fawn. Everything you need to wrap pipes under the house, winterize around the doors. Make sure your outside faucets are protected, and keep those drafts from coming through the windows. Get your supplies for fall and winter for the home and farm today. Rising Fawn Hardware and Supply, 4300 Highway 11 South in Rising Fawn. Telephone 706-462-2071. A time-tested financial institution equipped with the latest banking technology. The Bank of Dade, with mobile banking to fit your on-the-go lifestyle. Download our latest app today for your iPhone, Android, or tablet to bank on the go. Check your balance, pay bills, make deposits, and keep track of your account anytime and anywhere with the Bank of Dade's smartphone app. Make life easier by using today's most advanced banking technology to your advantage. Call us at 657-6842 or visit on the web at bankofdade.com. Your hometown bank since 1956, the Bank of Dade. Main offices on Highway 11 North in Trenton, and drive-thrus on Highway 11 North and Highway 136 West. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling, about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net.
Hey everybody, we're back and we're talking about young authors and character education and what's going on in Dade County schools. You know, on the weekly message that goes home to all of our parents, all of our employees, our stakeholders, we list what's happening in our school district. And one of the big things that's been going on is transitioning, talking to 8th graders about going to the high school. And we've been talking about that a little bit. And you got any advice you want to share to the 8th graders? I mean, we talked about this in our last young authors group, and I know you wrote some advice to them, and so would y'all like to read the advice that you wrote? Because the little 8th graders are scared, you know, about going to high school. Do you remember what that felt like? Yeah.
Definitely scary, but it was worth it. It's good.
Yeah. And are you getting a little bit, you know, nostalgic here as you approach graduation?
Yeah.
Or are you ready?
No.
You'd like to
I'm
stay
kind of
longer?
50-50. I want to stay, but I'm also ready to move on. So I don't know. I'll probably be sad once I get to college. I'll be like, I want to go back to high school.
Right. Well, I thought your letters to the 8th grade students were magnificent. And Mr. Farney and I shared your advice, your counsel. This is the word of the week is counsel, and they have great counsel. So, again, I have Abby Moore with me and Madison Roden on the end. And so who wants to go first? You want to read your letter?
I'll go first.
Okay, Abby.
Okay, so I said, Dear 8th grade student, you're approaching a time in your life that will for sure be difficult, but most definitely worth it. I hope that as you begin to walk these halls as a freshman, you soak in the precious memories that you will make with your friends and teachers. I hope that you try hard in your classes and focus on where you want to go in life. I hope that you play sports, join clubs, and go to school events because one day you will no longer have the opportunity. I'm telling you these hopes as a high school senior approaching the real world, and I can honestly tell you that if I were to go back to the beginning of these 4 years again, I would never let myself miss out on an opportunity or a memory. With love, Abby Moore.
Oh, and so your advice is really get involved.
Yes, ma'am.
and make those memories. Because most of the time, I mean, things just don't happen.
Yeah.
You're part of making a good memory,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Your high school experience is definitely up to you.
So, Madison, you want to share your letter to 8th graders?
I said, Dear 8th graders, you're quickly approaching the time where you will become a high school student. I remember exactly how I felt when I was in your shoes. When I was going into high school, it was the scariest time of my life because it was completely new people that I had never been around. I'm not going to lie to you, the first week I was scared because I was around all the big kids. Now, as I approach the end of my senior year, I want you to know that high school was the best experience of my life. I encourage you to make the absolute most of it, study hard, but remember to go out and have fun. You will lose friends at some point, but the friends you gain will make up for the loss. Go to all the school activities you can because that will create your fondest memories. Overall, I want you to know that you might be scared at first, but high school truly is where all your best memories will be made.
Those are beautiful letters. And I'm hearing the same theme from you, Madison, about getting involved.
Oh, yes.
I think your classes and stuff are really important too, though, because
Yeah.
you definitely need to focus on your grades because you're going somewhere after high school, and that's
Right.
something that should be really important to you.
Well, do y'all study a lot at night? I mean, what's a
just-
typical day like? For
It
studying?
depends. Like this year, I don't study as much because I'm a senior, so I have a lot of my credits. But last year, I studied a lot because I had a lot of AP classes and advanced classes. So definitely, if you take dual enrollments and AP classes, it's going to be harder, but I think it's really worth it.
Yeah, academics are definitely my priority, but I do like to go out and have fun with my friends.
So, do you try to, have like a routine at night? Like, do you try to get enough sleep and eat right? And are those things important to you? I mean, here both of you are role models and very scholarly, and I know we'll be hearing much more about you as we approach graduation and awards day because you've both been so successful. So, what type of things are important to you just in your daily life?
Well, usually as soon as I get home from school or practice, I always do my homework and study so I can make sure that that's out of the way and I can get it done. And I try to eat healthy. Sometimes it's kind of hard, but I try my best, and I don't stay up very late because I know that I'm going to be really tired the next day of school if I don't go to sleep. So.
Do you try to get like 7-8 hours of sleep every night?
Yeah. Max possible.
Yeah.
That's good for me.
What about you, Madison?
I definitely have a daily schedule. As soon as I get out of school, I go to the gym, or during volleyball season, I would go to practice, and then I would go home, and then I'd do my homework first thing, and then if I have extra time, I'll do something else. But I was never like a person that stayed out late.
Right. So you try to get 7-8 hours of sleep every night? Yeah. Benjamin Franklin said, early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. I think he's the one that said that. Yeah. So you find that to be true?
Oh, yes.
I do. I've always been that way, too. I'm tired at night because I get up really early. Do y'all get up early or just get up enough time to get dressed and get to school?
I get up pretty early. I get
Pretty
up
early.
at 6:30, and I don't have to leave till like 7:25. So
Yeah. So
it's pretty early.
You're not rushed
No.
in the morning. Yeah. Well, I'm the same way. I go to bed. I try to be, finished like at 9 o'clock where I can read. If I watch TV, it's something intentional. I don't like mindless TV watching. Do y'all do a lot of surfing the internet or TV watching? Or I bet you're very structured, aren't you?
I don't watch a lot of TV
No.
now.
Either.
That's so interesting because we've never had that conversation before. But see, I think someone should do some research on that because I believe that most students who are high achievers like you, they have a lot of self-discipline. And actually, self-discipline or self-control is one of our themes of character education, self-control. So that is very interesting. Well, do you have any advice, anything else you want to say to the parents as their students are transitioning? I mean, it could be fifth graders going to middle school next year, or eighth graders going to high school? Anything you want to say?
I would say to make sure you're involved, like even if they're 13 years old, I guess, is when you go to high school. I think you should still be involved and give them structure too, because they need help.
Parents be involved
Yes.
is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think coming to their sports events and being in things that they participate in means a lot to kids.
Yeah.
And I've seen your parents at events, and I know they're very involved. Well, before we end this segment, would y'all like to share the dates for pre-K and kindergarten registration? We've got Davis and Dade Elementary that
Okay,
everybody'd
so-
like to know at home if they have little ones.
Okay, so at Davis, it's going to be March 14th, and for kindergarten, it will be 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., and for pre-K, it will be 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. as well.
Okay.
At Dade Elementary, the pre-K and kindergarten registration for the 2019-2020 school year is March 12th. Kindergarten is at 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and pre-K is from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock.
Okay. And all of these dates and times for pre-K and kindergarten registration are on our website, and you can also call the schools to verify any of those times. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about the importance of being involved and how much we appreciate our parents and our volunteers. So stay tuned.
Have lunch or dinner at Guthrie's, home of the original golden fried chicken finger and the best chicken finger sauce in the world. Guthrie's can help you plan your family's meals or get-togethers with bucket specials every Tuesday, those delicious wings on Wednesday, and platters every day of the week. Plus, get sweet tea by the gallon. Remember, Guthrie's has a party room for small gatherings, too. Guthrie's, Highway 136 West in Trenton, home of those golden fried chicken fingers and the best chicken finger sauce in the world.
Guthrie's, not fast food, good food fast.
The Moore family name has built a legacy of trust, compassion, and peace of mind by standing with families during time of loss. Now in our 70th year, the Moore family commitment grows even stronger, from affordable, traditional services to cremation. Our experienced staff stands ready to follow through on you and your family's wishes. Since 1945, the Moore family of funeral homes, North Sand Mountain and Trenton, always dedicated to those we serve.
A small bank with big service. Citizens Bank and Trust, offering a wide range of services including online banking. Pay your bills, manage your account anytime, 24 hours a day. Your account balance is only a phone call away as well at 657-1234. Or visit our convenient locations. Lookout Mountain, Georgia, Higdon, Alabama, or our main branch on Highway 11 in Trenton. Citizens Bank and Trust, 657-5678. A community bank that believes in the community. Citizens Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you or a loved one is facing a life-limiting illness, hospice care may be the answer. At Tapestry Hospice, the patient is the focus of our care. We are here to serve you and facilitate your wishes. Tapestry caregivers are concerned with managing your pain, keeping you in touch with your physician, and helping you make plans for the future. Hospice is life-affirming, and Tapestry Hospice can help you deal with all aspects of life, mind, body, and soul. Call Tapestry Hospice for more information. 706-383-8812. That's 706-383-8812. Tapestry Hospice. Redefining hope. When you need a licensed plumber, call Stacy Ledwell and the staff at Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Mr. Rooter provides your home or business with advanced solutions using high-tech equipment. Our commitment to customer satisfaction shines through in our personalized service. When you schedule an appointment, our professionals will dedicate time to explain the work that has to be done. Our staff will give you upfront pricing, so you'll know exactly what's involved before any work begins. We even pump septic tanks and do new construction on houses. Fully licensed, bonded, and insured, Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Call Stacy Ledwell today to set up an appointment at 256-574-4710.
Well, we're back, and we're on reading, writing, and arithmetic. And I have with me my friend, my mentor, Jan Ingram, next to me. And then, of course, we've got Abby and Madison. We've been talking to them about senior life and graduation and advice they have for students who are getting ready to come to the high school. But Jan, we're so glad that you're here. Jan lives in Huntsville, and she came up to visit, and I asked her to come on the show. She doesn't know what I'm going to say, But I want to tell you, girls, we've been talking about character education. And, I wrote the book about the qualities of wise leaders, and the 7 themes are vision, knowledge, ethics, humility, self-control, counsel, and understanding. Well, in the book, humility is the story about Jan Ingram. And so, anyway, we're just so glad you're here. Jan Ingram was the president of the PTA when I was a high school principal, like Mr. Varney. And that was in 2000 when we met. We've been friends for 19 years.
Wow.
And so anyway, in the book, the story is about Jan Ingram, and she's such a humble person. She was president of the PTA, and I wrote about some of the things that she did and the way she treated people and how everyone worked together as a team. But we have great parent leaders in Dade County schools, and we just appreciate everything that our parents do. And you and Burr have 3 boys. All 3 of their boys were class president or vice president. No one ran against them every year, and they were at Huntsville High when I was there. So anyway, we're glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here. I'm so impressed with your school system.
Well, thank you. And we're just always proud to showcase Dade County schools. And yesterday, Jan came over to the high school. We had lunch and got to visit with a lot of the students. And we also were at the middle school and got to visit there. Well, I want to tell everybody at home that the annual report is here for 2018. And you can find the annual report on our website. You can go and check it out under our district, and on the left side it'll have annual report. You can click on it. You can read the good news about Wolverine Nation, including our students' academic achievement in competition with all of the schools in our RESA district. When you compare 175 schools, guess what? Our students, they placed in 9 out of 15 categories. The top 15 schools. So did y'all know that Dade County High School scored 5th place in literature out of the whole RESA district? I mean, that's pretty impressive.
That's impressive, yeah.
Very impressive.
And then 5th place, 4th grade math at Davis Elementary. That's Jessica Howard's class. And Molly Rogers, Alan Morris, and Becky Goff. And by the way, we came by the dance last week and saw Alan Morris doing a little dance at the dance with the kids. That was fun. But anyway, check out our annual report. We'll be sending these home with our students, and we want to close today with a video, a little bit of advice. We've been talking about counsel and character ed, the word of the week. We've got some advice for you about how to read and how to improve your reading from Malachi. So, Cody, can we share the video from Malachi?
That you know all your kindergarten sight words. Is that true?
Yeah.
How many?
60.
Is that true, Mrs. Haney?
That's
Does Malachi know all his sight words?
That's absolutely correct.
That's awesome. How many students do you have that know all their sight words?
Oh, we have several that have already learned most of their kindergarten words and are working on their 1st grade words.
That is so exciting. So, Malachi, you're paving the way. Can you tell me what kids need to do to help learn their sight words?
Keep reading.
That is perfect. Well, I'm proud of you, and I know Mrs. Haney's proud of you, and your mama too. Thank you, Malachi. Can you wave to everybody?
Bye, kids. Keep reading.
Well, we love Malachi, so his advice is keep reading, and we believe in reading in Dade County schools, and together we are climbing to new heights. And we are seeing beyond the mountains, as evidenced by our students' outstanding achievement on their latest test scores. So Abby and Madison, I want to thank you for being with us today. Jan Ingram, thank you for being a role model, not only as a teacher, she's a teacher, as a parent, PTA president, and as the role model for us about humility in our character ed theme. And so everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you for your support of our children in Dade County Schools.